Good morning, students. Yesterday, we already discussing about that is compound epithelium and cell junctions. Today class, we are going to discussing about the second one. The second tissue is known as a connective tissue. What is it known? Today class, we are going to discussing about connective tissue. Connective tissue. Connective tissue. Connective tissue. The second tissue, no, no, connective tissue. The connective tissue, it is the most abundant tissue. It is most abundant tissue. It is most abundant tissue and it is most abundant tissue and mostly distributed the entire body and mostly and widely distributed entire body, widely distributed entire body. The connective tissue, it is the most abundant tissue compared to the other tissues and also widely distributed entire the body, the connective tissue. What is the main function of this connective tissue? The name itself meaning is there. What is the function of connective tissue? Connection, the linking between the tissues, organs, the linking between the one cell to the other cell, one tissue to the other tissue, one organ to the other organ. This tissue are also known as a connecting between the organs, connection between the tissues, connection between the organs because with the help of connective tissue. This tissue are also known as a linking tissue. Linking tissue. The connection between the tissues, organs, connection with the help of connective tissue. Coming to the composition of connective tissue. What is the composition of the connective tissue? The connective tissue, it is consist of first one, cells. The first one, cells. What is the composition of first one? Cells. What are the cells are present in the connective tissues? See, first one, plasma cells. Next one, mast cells, macrophage cells, plasma cells, mast cells, macrophage cells, eosinophils. Next one, basophils. Next is fibroblast cells and adipose cells. This adipose cells, these all cells are present in the connective tissues. The tissue means a group of cells. Okay, these all cells present. Coming to after the next composition of this connective tissue, what is the next composition present in the connective tissue? Fibers. What is it? Fibers. Second one, fibers. These fibers, what are the fibers are present in the connective tissue? The first fibers. What is the first fiber present in the connective tissue? That is a collagen fibers. What is the fibers? Collagen fibers. Collagen fibers. These collagen fibers are, what is the color? White color. This connective tissue consists of collagen fibers. These collagen fibers are white in color. Coming to the second one. After the collagen fibers, yellow elastic fibers. Yellow, that is elastin fibers. Elastin fibers. What is the color of these elastin fibers? Yellow color. Elastin fibers. What is the name? Collagen fibers are white in color. Elastin fibers, yellow color. Next one, reticular fibers. Reticular fibers. Reticular fibers. These fibers are arranged in the like a jaw-like or net-like arrangement. Number of reticular fibers also present in this connective tissue. What is the color of this? You see, thin. It is nothing but thin collagen fibers. Thin collagen fibers. These are the thin collagen fibers. Thin collagen fibers. After the fibers, what are the materials present in the composition? What is the next composition? The cells consist of connective tissue. The fibers also present in the connective tissue. The next one, the ground substances, that is the extracellular matrix. What is the name? Extracellular matrix. What is present there? Extra, third one. What is the third composition? Extracellular matrix. Extracellular matrix. The extracellular matrix also present in the connective tissue. The extracellular matrix means the ground substances. The ground substances present in the connective tissue. Ground substances. Ground substances. What is the ground substances present in our connective tissue, in our body? The mostly present in the most abundant, the ground substance present in our body, that is a hyaluronic acid. What is the name? Hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid. This hyaluronic acid present in the matrix of the connective tissue. The hyaluronic acid is nothing but it is a mucopolysaccharide. What is the name? Hyaluronic acid is nothing but mucopolysaccharide. Mucopolysaccharide sources are present. These mucopolysaccharides are also known as glycose amino acids. Glycose amino acids. Glycose amino acids. These are the ground substances present in it is nothing but a matrix of the connective tissue. This matrix is consist of fibers as well as cells. Fibers as well as cells. How the arrangement of connective tissue is existed. It is look like how the connective tissue looks like. Coming to the diagrammatic representation of the connective tissue. What is the diagrammatic representation of the connective tissue? The representation of connective tissue. The connective tissue. How the diagrammatic representation? The connective tissue. See, first one. Before going to the diagrammatic representation, the connective tissue classified into the connective tissue classified before the diagrammatic representation of the connective tissue. The connective tissue, how they will divide? The connective tissues are classified into three types. Connective tissues are classified into three types. First connective tissue. The connective tissues are classified into three types. First connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. What is the tissue now? Loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. Second tissue. That is dense connective tissue. Dense connective tissue. What is the second tissue? Dense connective tissue. The third type of connective tissue is known as a specialized connective tissue. What is the tissue? Specialized connective tissue. Specialized connective tissue. The loose connective tissue, see, the loose connective tissue again divided into two types. The loose connective tissue again divided into two types. Loose connective tissue again divided into two types. First tissue under the category of the loose connective tissue. What is the first one? Irregular connective tissue. Irregular connective tissue. Irregular connective tissue. What is the name? Irregular. More spaces. Irregular means it is created more spaces because of more fibers. Okay. The matrix and fiber surface they create loosely they will arrange. Okay. Coming to the second type of loose connective tissue, that is adipose tissue. What is the tissue? Adipose tissue. Adipose tissue. Coming to the dense connective tissue. What is the tissue? Dense connective tissue. The dense connective tissue again divided into two types. What is the dense connective tissue? Dense regular connective tissue. Dense regular connective tissue. Dense regular connective tissue. Second one, dense irregular connective tissue. Dense irregular connective tissue. Dense regular connective tissue. Dense irregular connective tissue. Coming to the specialized connective tissues. The specialized connective tissues are again skeletal and also blood, and also it is indicate lymph. The blood and lymph we are already discussing at the time of the body fluid cell circulation. What are the blood components? What is the lymph composition? What is the function? We can discuss in lymph and blood. And also skeletal muscle. In this chapter we are discussing about the skeletal muscle, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle different. After then we can discussing about that is all. That is a specialized connective tissue, and also the skeletals. That is a specialized connective tissue, that is cartilage, bones. We will discuss in the detailed manner in this chapter. Coming to the first one, irregular connective tissue. What is the irregular connective tissue? This irregular connective tissue, it is filled with irregular tissue. Irregular means the gap, more spaces are located. It is located beneath the skin. Okay, now where it is located? It is filled with irregular tissue. Okay, irregular tissue, it is a supporting network of epithelium tissue. Those connective tissues are, okay, it is supporting network of the epithelium tissue. Irregular connective tissue, where it is located? Beneath the skin. What do you know? Beneath the skin. It is located beneath the skin. Beneath the skin. It is the supporting network of the epithelium tissue. Coming to the adipose tissue, it is a fat storing tissue. Fat storing tissue. Fat storing tissue. Fat storing tissue. The adipose tissue. We can indicate the adipose tissues. Adipose tissues. The adipose tissues. It is a fat storing tissues. It is indicate nucleus of the adipose. Okay, it is indicates adipocyte cell. Adipose, fat storing means fat storage. It is indicate plasma membrane. Plasma membrane. This indicate plasma membrane. Fat storing tissue. This indicate fat storing tissues. This indicate fat storing tissue. What is the function of the fat storing tissue? The fat is, it is helpful for the insulating. What is it? Insulating and also shock absorber. This fat storing tissue, it is helpful for the insulating end. What is the function of the adipose tissue? It is act as a insulating and shock absorber. Shock absorber. Shock absorber. It is act as an insulating end. It is also located beneath the skin. It is also located in the dermis of the below the skin. Below the skin. It is a adipose tissue. Okay. The extra nutrients in our body, the extra nutrients the body is not utilized. These extra nutrients are converted into the adipose tissue. The extra nutrients are converted into the adipose tissue. The extra nutrients converted into the adipose tissue. Coming to the dense regular connective tissue. What is the dense regular connective tissue? The dense regular connective tissue is considered, see here, the dense regular connective tissue. The dense regular connective tissue. The dense regular connective tissue means it is consists of the dense regular connective tissue. It is two types. The dense regular connective two types. First one tendon. Second one is ligament. What is the first one? Tendon. Next one ligament. Ligament. What is the one? Tendon and ligament. The tendon, it is consists of collagen fibers. The tendon is consists of maximum, it is made up of collagen fibers. The collagen fibers. Tendon, it is nothing but muscle is connected to the bone. Bone is connected to the muscle. Muscle joined to the bone is known as a tendon. Bone joined to the muscle is known as a tendon. Okay. The tendon means muscle joined to the muscle joined to the bone is known as tendon. Muscle joined to the bone is known as tendon. Bone joined to the muscle is known as only tendon only. Okay. Coming to the ligament, it consists of elastin end. Elastin end. This is consists of elastin, yellow elastic fibers. Elastin and reticular fibers. It is made up of elastin fibers plus reticular fibers. Reticular fibers. Both fibers are present in the ligament. Ligament means bone joined with other bone. Bone joined with other bone. The joining of the two bones, it is a one bone. The joining here, it is known as a ligament. It is a dense regular connective and dense irregular connective tissue. The dense regular connective tissue means the collagen fibers are arranged in the regular manner. And the dense irregular connective tissue means the collagen fibers are arranged in the irregular manner. It is a represent how it is arrangement is. We have to representation of the dense regular and dense irregular connective tissue. We can easily understand. Coming to the first one, loose connective tissue. What is the first diagrammatic representation? Loose connective tissue. The loose connective tissue means the cells and fibers arranged in the cells in the loose connective tissue. The cells and fibers, they are present in the matrix or ground substances loosely arranged. The cells and fibers are loosely arranged. It means the fibers are less, but the matrix is more. Cells are less. That's why they indicate loose connective tissue. Matrix is more, but the fibers are less. That is loose connective tissue. It is a dense regular connective tissue. The special tissue means the matrix is less, but the fibers is more. Coming to the first one, loose connective tissue. What is the first tissue? Loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue means the cells and The cells and cells means plasma cells and eosinophils, basophils, macrophages. Okay, this adipocyte cells, these all cells are arranged in the loosely, means the matrix is more, fibers are less. Three types of fibers, that is collagen fibers, elastin, yellow elastic fibers, and reticular fibers. Reticular fibers. These three fibers also present in the ear. This also consists of the matrix also. It is a loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. Loose connective tissue. In the loose connective tissue, what is the composition of the connective tissue? What is the composition of matrix? That is the ground substances. The ground substances is known as, it is indicate hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid. What is the ground substances present in the loose connective tissue? That is the hyaluronic acid. Matrix is more. Okay, coming to the cells and fibers also present. Cells and fibers are present. See here is the loose connective tissue, and also this contain fibers also. Fibers also. What is the first fiber? This indicate fibroblast cells. Fibroblast cells. What is the function of these fibroblast cells? The fibroblast cells produce fibers and matrix. Fibroblast cells produce fibers and matrix. Fibers and matrix. These growth substances, fibers are produced by the fibroblast cells. Okay, coming to the next one. The fibroblasts, they will join to the collagen fibers. Number of collagen fibers also present. Collagen fibers. Collagen fibers. And also yellow elastic fibers. Yellow, that is the elastin fibers. Elastin fibers. Elastin fibers. What is the color? Yellow color. Elastin fibers also present in the matrix, fibers and cells. And coming to the next one, reticular fibers, thin collagen fibers. Reticular fibers, thin collagen fibers. Reticular fibers, thin collagen fibers. Reticular fibers, thin, that is the reticular fibers. Reticular fibers means thin collagen fibers. Thin collagen fibers. Thin collagen fibers. Coming to the next one. Okay, it also consists of, what is the cells? The cells. Mast cells. What is the cells now? Mast cells. The next cells. Plasma cells. Plasma cells. Plasma cells. Eosinophils and basophils. Eosinophils and basophils. Three lobes. Eosinophils and basophils. Basophils and adipose cells. Okay. Adipose cells. Adipose cells. Next one, blood vessels. Blood vessels. Blood vessels. It is the arrangement of the loose connective tissue. The loose connective tissue consists of cells, fibers. The ground substance is known as matrix. These fibroblast cells produce fibers and matrix. Next one, collagen fibers, yellow elastic fibers, elastin fibers, mast cells, plasma cells, basophils, eosinophils. Next one, adipose cells. It is the diagrammatic representation of the loose connective tissue. The cells and fibers are arranged in the loosely. These fibroblast cells produce fibers and matrix. It is frame network. It is the network of the supporting network of the epithelial tissue, connecting of the tissues, connecting of the organs and tissues. It is the linking tissues. It is present in the mostly abundant, mostly widely distributed in our body. It is a diagrammatic representation of the loose connective tissue. Coming to the next tissue, dense regular connective tissue and dense irregular connective tissue. Dense regular connective tissue, dense irregular connective tissue. Next one, dense regular connective tissue. Dense regular connective tissue. Dense irregular connective tissue. Irregular connective tissue. Dense regular connective tissue and dense irregular connective tissue. Dense regular, name itself meaning is there. Dense regular means the collagen fibers are arranged in the regular manner. The regular means the dense regular connective tissue. The collagen fibers are arranged in the matrix regular manner. Dense regular connective tissue. Dense regular connective tissue. Here dense irregular connective tissue. Dense regular connective tissue means tendons and ligament. What is the example? Tendons and ligament. Dense regular connective tissue. Dense irregular connective tissue. It is located in the dermis of the skin. It is located in the dermis of the skin. And cover this type of tissue. It is example. Example for this tissue, dermis of the skin. Dermis of skin. Covering of the bones. It is the first example. Second example, covering of the bones. Covering of the bones and covering of the cartilage. Covering of the cartilage. How this dense regular means? The collagen fibers arranged in the regular manner. The collagen fibers are arranged in the regular manner. The collagen fibers are arranged in the regular manner. These are the collagen fibers. Collagen fibers arranged in regular manner. The collagen fibers are arranged in the regular manner. Between these collagen fibers, reticular cells are present. What is the name? Reticular blast. Between the collagen fibers, okay, is the ground substances. The collagen fibers are reticulocyte cells. These reticulocyte cells are produce fibers and matrix. Here, it is all dense irregular means. The dense irregular means the collagen fibers are it is in the irregular manner. The collagen fibers are these exist in the irregular manner. Collagen fibers are present in the irregular manner. The collagens are present in the irregular and fibroblast cells. The collagen fibers arranged in irregular manner. The collagen fibers are arranged in the irregular manner. These are nothing but fibroblast cells. What is the cells? Fibroblast cells. Blast cells. What is the function of the fibroblast cells? They will produce fibers as well as they will produce fibers as well as matrix. Is a dense regular connective tissue nothing but tendons and ligaments. Okay, one muscle is joined to the bone, that is nothing but dense regular tissue. One bone joined to the other bone, that is nothing but ligament. And dense irregular tissue located in the dermis of the skin, covering up the bone, covering up the cartilage. It is related to the connective tissue. Okay, tomorrow we are going to discussing about continue of this connective tissue. Thank you very much.